plagued them throughout the tournament. Free throw shooting or their lack of, 14 of 34 last weekend, just 9 of 35 from beyond the arc. Their head coach, TJ Ramirez, told me that, listen, they want to get out. They want to try to get Lawrence and McGilbra in foul trouble, get them off the floor, because if they can do that, the Sun Devils will certainly be a different team. The offense will run through Mark Blair. They want to press a little bit. They want to get off to a fast start. That's something that they've been able to do early on in the tournament. They want to get them out of that 2-3 so they can play their brand of basketball. And as I mentioned, if they can get Lawrence and McGilbra in early foul trouble, certainly a different team. So this is a really nice matchup. Third place on the line. If you want to say bragging rights, so be it, but a lot of exposure for some of these players over the last 2 months. And then that'll lead us to our championship game, the Hunters against Fully Feared. We'll talk a lot more about that, but we are so happy you guys have been able to join us. As I mentioned, if you guys are tuning in stateside, grab a cup of coffee or two, 3:49 a.m. If you are in Bangkok, right here, getting ready for tip-off in about 10 or 15 minutes. That'll be 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Championship affair will be at 5:30. We always want to thank our sponsors as well, because we couldn't do it without you guys. Monkey Mouse Club, Thata Sport. We've got so many that we've got to get into the mix. Miller Vision as well. You guys have been fantastic throughout this tournament over the last several months, and that's certainly something that we certainly appreciate. Bokari, Sweat Thailand, healthy drink, helps rehydrate everyone. And daily sweating, the players that need that with the heat right around 90 plus. You take a look at the awards table right there for some of these much deserved players that'll be recognized. First team, second team, MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. Also, Margarita Storm, your go-to for Tex-Mex. Grab food open 24 hours. Always get social with us as well on IG, Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. As we like to say, those that are tuning in, Yindi Ban Rab, welcome. Thank you very much for really taking this journey over the last 2 months with us. A lot of the players have had an opportunity to get their games on film, updated stats as well. We provide live stats. And if you're curious too about learning more about the players, well, we are very thrilled and happy to announce we're also part of asiabasketball.com. So all you have to do is go on the website, asia-basketball.com/Thailand basketball, and you'll see the various leagues. Obviously, scroll down to the bottom, you'll see Warriors League, and you'll see all the teams: CNX, Orion, Fully Feared, Howard Hoops, the Hunters, New Force, Stuff Bison, Sun Devils, and the Titans. You'll get to look at stats, game roster. So if you're curious about a couple players, maybe you want to know their background, very easy to do. All you have to do is check them out online, and they'll give you an absolute fantastic breakdown. I think, too, for a game like this afternoon, you might see a little more of a low-scoring, especially this first one between the Sun Devils and the Titans, a little more of a low-scoring type of game. And I think that's actually going to play in the hands of the Titans, who are averaging 93.6 points per game. As I mentioned, they've got a lot of star power. They've got a very good team, and so do the Sun Devils, who come in this one averaging 91. All right, so we're about 5-6 minutes away. We'll lay up. We'll take a quick timeout. As I mentioned, on the other side, it'll be the Titans versus Sun Devils, our third place game, Warriors League Thailand 2026. And we welcome you back. As I mentioned, I wanted to run down some stats leading up to this game. So for the Sun Devils, they average right around 91 points per contest. They shoot a pretty solid 55% from the floor, 3-point shooting, 28%, free throws, 56. That's kind of been the bugaboo for a lot of these teams this tournament. Just have not been able to knock it down from the charity stripe. And I know if you're a fan of the Titans, you probably got tired of me saying that over the last 2 months. But the bottom line is it's something they're going to have to work on, especially going into the off season and getting set for some of the other tournaments throughout the summer, and certainly Warriors Thailand 2027 next year as well. For the Titans, good scoring team, 93 points per contest, 52% from the floor, 26% from beyond the arc, 51% from the charity stripe. They do a good job on the glass as well, especially defensive rebounds. They average right around 30. Not a bad job with the turnovers, 11, but they did have 18 last week in the loss against Philly Field, so they're going to have to clean it up this afternoon. Take a look at the Sun Devils. Working up that sweat, warming up. Kobe Lawrence, certainly, I would say, one of the standout players of this tournament. Marquise McGilbra, very good player, double-double waiting to happen. As I mentioned, 19 points, just a touch under, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. Gives them high energy. Max Walter, 6'6" guard from Denver, Colorado. Little energy off the bench. Jeffrey Anderson, Jerome Hartman, Kenneth Scott, University of North Carolina at Pembroke product. Well-coached team as well. Terrence Bentley has a lot of value and leadership and experience. Has a lot of connections and ties in Thailand and in Asia. So he's kind of brought that pedigree with him. And this team has played well. I mean, that game was theirs last weekend. They had a couple of rough turnovers late. They were 1 of 5 late in the contest, a couple turnovers. I know some calls did not go their way. They're going to have to fight through that this afternoon. But ultimately, when you're up big like that, you got to figure out a way to close out a contest. And once Lawrence fouled out, remember 5 fouls and you're out in competition. Once Lawrence fouled out, that was pretty much it. The Hunters took advantage of it. Their guards just kept penetrating right down the lane. They were getting to the line. They were knocking down their shots, and they went on that 14-2 run to close things out. So about 5 minutes away from our opening tip-off. Keep it locked into Warriors League Thailand 2026. This is our 3rd place game between the Titans and the Sun Devils. I mentioned, the top defensive player in my estimation in this tournament. And the MVP, once again, in addition, just my opinion, for the Titans, number 3, Mark Blair, averaging a triple-double for Queens native. So 2 very good, talented teams, a lot of exposure from these players, and a good opportunity to get it on film one more time in this third-place game.
ครับคู่ชิงที่3ของวันนี้ครับคู่แรก Thailand Titan เจอกับ Sun Devil ครับ
All right, so here we go. Lawrence and Hartnett will jump it up. Mentioned the Sun Devils in those white uniforms. You see the red and blue striped across midsection. Titans in the gray. We're off and running third place game. Warriors League Thailand 2026. Titans and the Sun Devils. Sun Devils have the rock. And a good start right to the line. Drawing the contact, and I believe Lawrence will go to the line. Zhang picked up the early foul. 10 seconds in. So Lawrence, 6'5", New Orleans product. Just a wonderful player. Really alters the game defensively, and he can run the floor. And we'll see if he walks away with Defensive Player of the Year. Blair now has it. Zhang trying to create. Goderwich looking for his shot. Flynn's another player to watch. Zhang in the corner. He was hot last week and continues that hot hand. Remember last weekend in the semifinal loss, he had 11 straight. 14 that semifinal. Blair on Lawrence. Trying to get around the defense. Titans want to get out and run up 3-2. Body bucket counted. This is the fast start that the Titans wanted. You see the spacing on the floor that opens up their three-point shooting, and then the guards can slash and get right to the floor. And that was Flynn who converts the three-point play. Oh, nice look inside. Lawrence tries to corral it, drop off, and give her up. That's a spot. Lawrence with the rebound. That doesn't fall, tick around. I think it went out of bounds, and Anderson might have touched it for the Sun Devils, so it'll stay with the Titans. Got to go inside to the big man. Hartnett almost got away with a travel, and I believe they're going to catch him with it. Lester Hartnett, 6'8" center. Solid rim protector as well. An opportunity in transitional bucket. Eurostep with the left hand. Counted again. So another opportunity to get the line, complete the three-point play. And that's Flynn. sensational young
สรุป
player,
ซันเดวิลอยู่
recent
ก่อน
graduate of Springfield
สลับ
College.
นะไม่เป็นไร
From what I'm told,
ก็เดี๋ยวตอน
from
ทำแต้ม
from what I've seen, tremendous upside. His ownership and the coaching staff absolutely
ไม่เป็นไรเพราะว่าคนเขา
really love number 12. 3 coming back the other way, they left it short.
ไม่ใช่ให้ผมทำตามนี้ไปเลยใช่ปะ
Titans want to get out and run.
แต้ม
That's something that the Sun Devils last weekend, 9 of 25
ไม่น่าจะ
in
มี
the
ชื่อ
loss.
อะไรอ่ะหน้าหรือชื่อหลังอ่ะ
Goddard gives it up to Blair.
อ๋อเพราะตอนแรกผมดูจากรูปที่ใส่เนี่ย
For a two-man game, you saw Hartnett roll into the bucket. They couldn't get it to drop.
เวลาทำแอนต้องไปหาลูกเนี่ยบางทีลูกมันหันจากคนละฝั่ง
Step back three, pulling the trigger. That's Anderson. Nice hustle play saved by Walter. Long stretch right back out. McGilbert's going to set that screen. Lawrence right down the boulevard. Drew the contact. Didn't get the call, though. It's turnover by the Titans, and the Sun Devils want to run 3-on-2. They've got numbers. Anderson. I don't know if he's set. Typically, will knock that shot down. Remember now, earlier in this tournament, averaged right around 7-14 last week, but didn't have that 40-point explosion a couple weeks ago. So he's capable of scoring in bunches. Sun Devils just a 28% three-point shooting team. Flynn has it. Over to Zhang. He'll pull the trigger with confidence. That's off the mark. Hartnett skies for the rebound. Blair has it. Came down on the end line, so it'll go back the other way for the Sun Devils. Early on in this one, midway through this first quarter. Remember now, running clock, 10-minute quarters. If you're able to stop and pop.
วันออกของซันเดวิลครับ
So he hasn't found his touch just yet, but he had 13 points last week and 10 rebounds as well, averaging 20 and 8. Love to get him going. Blair now picks up the dribble. Goddard trying to take his man off the dribble. Got caught up, swings it. Flynn, they'll kick out. Blair off the mark. Goddard has it. And that drops home for MD. So he provided a spark too a couple weeks ago. Coming off the bench, three-point shooting for Alice. Little stutter stagger step back. Anderson doesn't fall. So the Sun Devils right now, not the best shooting start. Good layoff and drop off from Blair to Flynn. Hartnett tries to clean it up and he can't. Outlet pay numbers right now. Walters stopping top. That drops home. Max Walters. Shooting guard from Denver. Player that was cut in high school, walked on at Dallas Christian College, transferred ACU, and has played in Portugal and El Salvador. Giving the Sun Devils production. Dodorwich. That doesn't fall. They want to get out and run again. 1 under 5 to play in this first quarter. That's a turnover, Sun Devils. So a little sloppy over the last couple moments for both teams respectively. Reverse layup, counted MD off the glass with the right hand. He'll go to the line. So he gives them that extra element when they can get more spacing on the floor, because he will pull the defenders out because he's capable of knocking down a three-point shot. And as we saw right there, putting it on the floor, 12-7 Titans up by 5, looking to increase it to 6. 1 under 5 to go in this first quarter. And they do just that. Little soft press. Trying to get them out of that 2-3. McGilbert trying to set that screen. Lawrence looking. McGilbert from 3. Got his own rebound. Finally found his touch for the big man. It's his first 2 of the afternoon. 13-9, 4:39 to go in this first quarter. Sun Devils trail by 4. Third place game. Flint goes inside. That's exactly what they're looking to do. Blair in the middle. Have that offense revolve around him. Also play one more time. Flint crashing the board. They lost a 2-on-1 opportunity for the Sun Devils. I believe that was Walter going right to the basket. Could have gave it up, decided to keep it himself. And Zhang met him. That's 2 on Zhang. Picked up that first foul. Not even 10 seconds in. Timeout on the floor. 4:04 to go in this first quarter of action. Third place game, Warriors League Thailand 2026. The Titans up 13-9 over the Sun Devils.
ครับผม
So Walter to the line, averaging 7 points, just under 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Also, we want to point out that Terataro Supopad checks in, number 1 for the Sun Devils. Blair, let's put her on the floor and create. Flynn now. Drop off, Blair, they'll swing it one more time, long 3, in and out, doesn't fall. Little loose change, Hartnett trying to work hard under the rim. The veteran got caught up, rejected. Sun Devils, 4-on-1, there's your drop off, and countered off the glass, Walter. Check that. I believe that was Jaeger. First action, I believe, of the tournament. Ananda Jaeger. So we want to always be accurate. Don't shortchange anyone. So he's wearing number 15 and making his presence felt. 3-point shot not dropping just yet for the Titans. Good drop off, unselfish. And then defensively they converged again. And let's see, we got tagged with it. Lawrence already has 1, Anderson with 2, but we'll get a little clarity right now. Blair's going to go to a line. One of 2. Lawrence has it. They want to get out and run one more time. Long drop off, Coffin corner 3, in and out, off the mark. Hartnett had it, got a token away. And a 3 ball again from the corner. So finally the Sun Devils dropping their shots from beyond the arc. And that's something that plagued them last week. They were not able to really knock down those shots with consistency, and it hurt them because they gave up that big lead. Then all of a sudden they tried to shoot themselves back in the contest late, and it was a recipe for disaster. They've got a 1-point lead, 14-13. The TS making his presence felt. Zhang catch and shoot. At the side of the rim, rebound again. Good job off the glass. Taiwan's one of the better offensive rebounding squads in this tournament. Blair and Lawrence, how about that matchup? Lawrence, El Unico wants to put it on the floor. Drop off again, perfect corner. Count it. Oh, that's a smooth shot. So the three is definitely dropping down for the Sun Devils right now. And they're shooting with confidence over the last couple of possessions. Dodorwich got caught up. Almost lost it. Over to Blair. Puts it on the floor. Kick out. Flynn. Lawrence has it. Another drop off and a catch and shoot long three. That's off the mark. Blair now. They want to get out and run. Blair, tough bucket. Contact drawn. He's going to go to the line. That's exactly what you're looking for. Mark Blair just to be decisive and put it on the floor and draw that contact and get to the line with an opportunity for two. I like what I'm seeing from the Sun Devils. I really do. Starting to knock down their shots from perimeter, working the ball inside, transitional buckets when they need it. Even though it's very early on this contest, but I think that's a good sign if you're a Sun Devils fan. Blair knocks it home. Anderson will get it up the floor. Flynn on him. Swing it one more time. Back over to Walter. Just lost it. Flynn easy with the lay-in with the right hand. Lawrence. Acrobatic shot. Kobe Lawrence. Just a tough bucket. Whip pass inside and a dandy. Kobe Lawrence says, get out of here. Oh my goodness, as I mentioned, maybe the defensive player of this tournament, and he showed you why right there. Just a shot-altering demon in the paint. Knotted up at 19 apiece. Oh, spin move and a nice one. And you saw last weekend that when Lawrence went out, and as I mentioned, there were some calls that didn't go the Sun Devils' way, and that happens sometimes in tournament play and really on any level. But once he went out with that fifth, it changed the whole complexion of the game because the Hunters were able to take advantage of that, and you saw their guards do a lot of damage, whether that was Daniels, you saw Norris was very active. Bugala had a monster game with 29, and every time he put it on the floor, he went right to the rim. So that is a game-changing type of loss on the floor, and it's one of the reasons that the Titans wanted to drive to the bucket this afternoon, contest Lawrence, contest McGill, but try to get them in early foul trouble because they are a different team when those two are off the floor, especially number 11. A 1 of 2, 20-19 cushion for the Titans. Nice look inside by Anderson. Contested shot. So good job defensively by the Titans in the paint. Flynn trying to create a little out of control, but it's tipped around. Sun Devils have it. McGilver now. They got an opportunity. 2-on-1. Good bounce pass. Unselfish. Can't convert though with the left hand. Titans coming back with a jailbreak opportunity. Blair will pull it back out. That's off the mark, doesn't fall. No one boxed out. Zhang with the easy bucket. You see the frustration there by Lawrence. Closed in on one. Anderson's been quiet this first quarter, trying to create, stop and pop, and that doesn't fall as he stepped back. Long opportunity for the Titans, and Blair with the desperation heave, nothing doing. 22-19 after 10 minutes of action. Third place game, as I alluded to, Sun Devils and the Titans. Nice run by both these teams respectively after 1 quarter of action. Titans have the lead. So Lawrence with 4, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and already 2 blocks, only 1 personal foul. McGilver, a little quiet, 2 points, 1 of 4. Superpud, we mentioned with the 3, about 5 minutes of action. Zhang with 5. Blair with 2. 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Hartnett, the center, does a lot of the dirty work. He already has 9 rebounds after 1 quarter of action. Flynn with 7, and MD with 5. Murray also got into the mix with 3 points. The 3-point shooting, not very stout right now for the Titans. Well, really, either team combined 4 of 22 from the floor. So we get set for the second quarter. Titans up 22-19. Rich Commune is here. Appreciate everyone keeping us tuned in on this Sunday afternoon in Thailand, and of course, late, very late in the morning in the U.S. We appreciate everyone keeping us locked in on our YouTube channel, Facebook as well. That's going to be a turnover Titan, so it's going to go back the other way. I mentioned too that after the championship game, you'll have your first, second team, you'll have awards as well. So definitely don't go anywhere for that. I know a lot of these players so competitive. You know, first, second team, MVP, I believe, Defensive Player of the Year. So a lot of opportunities for them to get a little hardware, and it's turned over, and the Titans want to get out as well. Blair, good drop off, and an acrobatic shot doesn't fall though. Lawrence behind the back, nice dish, and an easy lay-in off the glass, soft touch. 22-21, good bucket by the Sun Devils. They trailed by 1 early on in the second quarter. Blair over to Zhang, that's his spot, Coffin corner, had a clean look, can't convert. Back out, Flynn pulls it back out to Zhang one more time with spin on the floor, hop, skip, and a jump. I believe that's going to stay with the Titans. So you'll see number 3, Blair, you'll see him kind of float, as I just mentioned right there. Now they want to get him flashing the center. Good look from Blair. And finally it drops home for the big man. But that's what they want. That'll force the Sun Devils to double Blair, just thinking or wondering or being wary of the fact that he's going to have the basketball in his hands. And it's a quick little dish, very decisive. And it's a 3-point lead right now. They're about to step back. They want to pull the trigger. They'll pull it right back out. Sun Devils trailing by 3, 24-21. That was a really tough off-balance shot. And the Sun Devils wanted the contact on that one. They're not going to get it. So they're letting them play a little bit in this first half of action. A little bit of a different story last week where the whistles were, I would say, a little more liberal. Clock continues to wind down. Under 8:30 to go in the second quarter. Low-scoring game as I suspected. Zhang, a couple dribbles, in and out. So after being a little active, stolen away, coming back the other end, and an easy right hand take. And that's Murray. That's another dimension to this offense. Largest lead sits at 5. Dribble trying to set that screen for Lawrence, trying to just penetrate in traffic, puts it behind his back. Lawrence working hard, can't get it to drop though. Blair with a one-on-one opportunity. He's going to take it right to the tin, the Queens Boulevard native. There you go. Takes it right down the lane. Gilbert loves that spot. The shot hasn't dropped. They want to keep getting involved though. Nice entry pass by Blair. Caught up Zhang. Blair again working hard off the boards. And he will get another opportunity. So the lead now up to 7. You see Mark Blair work so hard. 20 points per contest, 10 rebounds, 11 assists. For the 6'3" Queens native. Triple-double machine, had 29 in that semifinal. Largest lead of this first half belongs to the Titans at 7, 28-21. 7:03 timeout on the floor, which means we'll step aside. Third place game, Warriors League Thailand 2026. Titans up by 7, 28-21. So Blair goes to the line. Sun Devils offensively, the shot was falling, it was dropping a little bit in that first quarter. They need more spacing on the floor. See a lot of one-on-one right there. Get that ball moving around the perimeter. Try to create a little bit. Lawrence throwing that double triple, slithers right through. Kobe Lawrence. Well, drew the double and found a little crack right in the interior, right in the paint. Broke right between Blair and Murray. Murray got caught up, little drop off to Zhang. Still hasn't found his shot after that 3 early on in the game. Murray, though, cleans it up off the glass. Titans a very good rebounding team, offensive rebounds. They are very active, physical. Anderson, Walter back in. Contested shot drops. Blair thought about the 3, puts it on the floor, got caught up. Look at that, they convert, double team with him. Godowich now trying to pull out his defender and create a little space, looking for some help. Oh, off the glass, MD making a house call and calling the bank on a Sunday afternoon. I don't know if he called it, but it went through. McCullough trying to work hard, got caught up. And he drew the contact. It looked like it was a clean swipe. Well, the ball's going to stay with the Sun Devils, and it will stay with the Sun Devils. So they're Titans going a little big right now. Murray, Hartnett, MD, Flynn, and Zhang on the floor. Blair checks out. Marquise McGilbrough averaging just under 20, 8 points, very efficient from the floor, solid shooting percentage, knocks down 2, figures out a way to create a shot in the paint, uses that big body too, good looking player. 5.5 to go in the second quarter. Zhang, foul line. They're getting clean looks, and they're getting the type of shots that they want. Foul line and in, not foul line and extended. Foul line extended is when they're able to get Flynn and Blair penetrating, and then they can kick it out. Foul line in, you just saw it. They just need to knock those shots down. It was one of the other issues they had. They got off to a very slow start against Philly Field, actually in back-to-back games against them. They had to dig themselves out of a hole. And Zhang has gone ice cold. Nice bounce pass. Lawrence again slithers off the glass. Count it. Only goal. Kobe Lawrence just gave him a little sliver of daylight. Excellent bounce pass, entry pass. Lawrence running the floor, using that 6'5" lanky frame, and the New Orleans, Louisiana product gets to the line. .6'5", and he's got a handle. Murray got caught up. MD catch and shoot. That doesn't fall. Hartnett cleans it up. Flynn drop off one more time. MD pulled out 2. Hartnett has it. He's got McGilbrough. Skip pass and tipped away. And they tried to get Flynn. I think if you're the Titans, settling a little too much for the outside shot. You got Murray and Hartnett try to get the ball inside. And as I say that, Dodowich silences me with a 3-ball. Go figure. And Stoneway coming back the other end. Flynn can't convert. Hartnett working hard. Got it to drop for the vet. A little 5-0 spurt. The Titans have the lead. Anderson trying to create among the trees off the glass, and he can't. The Titans want to get out and run. Zhang little floater, left it short. He comes down awkward and he's laboring a little bit. So he took that early shot off the foul in the first quarter, picked up a couple quick ones. It looks like he's going to have to come out for a moment or two and catch his breath. Such a solid player, quiet leader, but very productive. So the Titans on a little bit of a run right now. One of 2. Blair again with the rebound and the bucket. Largest lead, 11-0 burst by the Titans. They lead at 41-30. Gilbert receives it, he'll draw out. Barnett for a moment. Lawrence flash. McGilbert trying to create. Tough shot doesn't fall. And the Titans now, they want to get out and run. So the big man Murray putting it on the floor and running. 41-30. 11-0 burst by the Titans. Excellent defense by the Titans, cutting off that baseline. Thought about it, got caught up, and finally got the bounce. I think that was TS again with a nice bucket. So trying to create in traffic. So that exactly what they need to do is figure out a way to start getting some of these rebounds, working inside. Lawrence off the glass. Doesn't fall. Dodowich got caught up over the glare. Oh, stolen away. Anderson. Oh, Euro stepping a little fake though. Thought he was going to try to dish it off. And you see the frustration right there. Had the ball fake. And Lawrence, to his left, kept it himself and couldn't convert. A little frustration right now for the Sun Devils with 2:26 to go in the second quarter. Titans lead at 41-32. But also credit the Titans, too, with their defense. I mentioned they're trying to get the Sun Devils out of that 2-3. A little more havoc, if you will. Disruption. Gilbert finally drops home. So that's his spot. 10 in. Dodowich wanted to go inside, trying to pull out the defender. He'll give it up. He'll swing it. Dodowich trying to break free. Has it right now. Blair flashing. Thought about pulling the trigger. Three on one. Scoop shot. Dutcher. Fast break opportunity. Gliding to the rim. Oh my goodness. So smooth. Flynn gliding to the bucket. Gilbert now coming back the other end. Off the glass. Can't convert it though. He goes to the line for two. So sometimes you got to take matters into your own hands and be a little more decisive. And that's exactly what number 35 decided to do. 18 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists in the tourney. Logs a lot of minutes, a lot of energy. So for the Titans, you got to be pleasantly surprised. Oh, nice ball movement. Dodowich, corner three. Good look. And again, working hard off the glass. I was about to say Murray, Hartnett, and MD giving great production for the Titans. Walter now hands it off to McGilvert. Wants to put it on the floor again. Stop and pop. Count it. Starting to heat up for number 35. They need him going. Another opportunity slicing this deficit, and again they're doing it with Lawrence on the bench. Gilbert strong to the tin, draw the contact again, count it! Oh, that is a big boy bucket for number 35. Oh my goodness. How in the world did he get this shot off? Touched the ceiling, and it drops home. That is a big boy bucket. He is starting to cook right now. Does not lack confidence.
ไปครับสุพรรณครับไล่มาครับเป็น40ต่อ45ครับ42วินาทีครับควอเตอร์ที่2
So after that 11-0 run from the Titans, Sun Devils come back. Murray hands it off to Blair. Long three, high arcing three. And it drops home. But right now, Anderson trying to get to the rim, and he does. Flynn went a little bit of a push off. He's not going to get that call late in the second. Blair just knocked down a three over to Flynn. Pulling out two, drawing it. Blair again, thought about the three. Kick out, got it right. Count it! Oh, it was almost like a line drive three for empty. Again, number 29 making a house call. On a line. And it rips the twine. And after two, the Titans lead this one. So the offense is starting to pick up a little more late in this second quarter. We'll give you some halftime stats as well. But at the break, Titans lead it 48-42. Quick timeout. We'll come back on the other side. So Dodderwich with the three, which obviously counted, which stretches the lead to 51-42 for the Titans. At the half for the Sun Devils, McGilbro with the hot hand, 12 points, 4 of 12 from the floor, starting to heat up a little bit, and a little bit of a 5-0 run himself. Lawrence with 8, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Only has 1 personal foul. McGilbert does have 3 personal fouls. Pardon me, check that. He's personal foul for the Sun Devils. The only other player would be Anderson with 2. He's got 5 points. Scott with 5 points. Walter with 5. And for the Titans, the high man is Blair and Flynn with 10 each. But Dodderwich with 13. And when I say the high man, obviously, we know what Blair and Flynn are going to add. But Dodderwich with 13, Murray with 11, Hartnett, by the way, with 11 rebounds, 5 turnovers. You don't like to see that from the big man, but he's got 11 rebounds. He's got 7 on the offensive side, 4 on the defensive side. So really the role players, if you will, contributing nicely. Zhang, just 2 of 14 from the floor. He's been banged up, battered, and bruised. 2 personal fouls. MD's got 2 personal fouls as well. Titans have 9 turnovers in the first half. Sun Devils have 8 as far as your shooting from the floor. 3-point shooting, nothing to write home about. 4 of 13 for the Sun Devils. 4 of 20 for the Titans. Free throws, 7 of 13 for Thailand. And for the Sun Devils, 6 of 11 from the charity stripe. Biggest scoring run, 7-0 spurt by the Sun Devils. And then we saw that 8-0 run by the Titans. Largest lead for the Titans was 11, and it sits right now 51-42 after 2 quarters in the books. This is Warriors League Thailand 2026, third quarter coming up on the other side. Enjoy some first half highlights. All right, we are moments away from our third quarter. Again, the Titans lead this one 51-42. This is our third place game, Warriors League Thailand 2026. Rich Quinones here on the call. Appreciate everyone keeping us tuned in, especially stateside, as we are looking at some of our first half highlights. See Kobe Lawrence splitting the defense right there for 2. After our championship game between the Hunters and Fully Feared, they'll be handing out first team, second team, all Warriors League Thailand honors. And I'm sure there's going to be a couple of other awards handed out. And right now we're seeing who's going to walk away third place and build a little momentum and confidence going into the summer. And then a lot of these teams, the one beauty of what this league offers is a substantial amount of exposure to these players. And a lot of these players now that'll come from the U.S. stateside, they might get that 3-4 month visa. They play well. They've got an opportunity to latch on to other leagues in Thailand, some cash tournaments, 3-on-3s, 5-on-5, and they're getting their games on film. And that is really, I think, it's paramount, and it's the key if you're trying to position and promote yourself and at least set yourself up for a long contract. Sometimes, they only will allow 1 and or 2 foreign or U.S., I should say U.S., in this case, U.S. born players. So the competition is stiffer. But I think what this league provides and offers is professional exposure. Warriors League, the ownership group, they do a wonderful job marketing, branding the league, promoting it on social media, non-stop, real live stats, trying to get as much face time as possible for some of these players. And a lot of them will have an opportunity to really take it up a notch, continue, come back next year, maybe play in different countries, maybe play at higher levels. But right now, it's a very good opportunity, at least for young players, to get some exposure and get your feet wet playing overseas. All right, 51-42. Titans up by 9. We start the third quarter. Sun Devils in their white unis, from right to left. Titans in their gray. Anderson slithers through 3. Count it. Good start, Jeffrey Anderson. So that's a good start for the Sun Devils. Barnett looking inside to Blair, turnover. And again, numbers, jailbreak, coming back, and an easy slam for 2. So 5-0 burst from the Sun Devils. This kind of been a bugaboo for the Titans. Oh, rejected again. Kobe Lawrence said, get out of here. And a nice drop off. Oh, coming back the other one. Barnett with the flush. Oh, Blair can't corral it. Oh, he's got to be frustrated right now. An easy bucket and an opportunity. He just could not corral it. But Kobe Lawrence making his presence felt. Very rare blown opportunity for number 3. He's just been marvelous this tournament. Beside himself right now. See if he had to come out of the game for a moment. But Kobe Lawrence just showing you one more time exactly why he's just a great defensive player. And then, as I say that, turnabout is fair play as he gets rejected right back the other end. So that was Murray, I believe, on the block. But Lawrence with that wingspan alters the shots. 5-point lead for the Titans, moving left to right. Coach Ramirez wants to talk about it. 8:43 to go in this third quarter. Titans up 51-46. We'll step aside. Kobe Lawrence right now, 29 minutes of action, 10 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds, 6 blocks. Actually, I'm getting way ahead of myself. I still have last week's notes up. so Kobe Lawrence, 10 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 blocks. I don't want to get everyone excited. He was creeping towards a quadruple double. Well, he still might get one this afternoon. But Gilbert now. And that drops, little floater with the right hand. It's a nice little run by the Sun Devils right now, getting themselves right back in it. Blair off balance shot. Lawrence with the rebound. What else is new? 53-48. Yeah, last week so close to that quadruple double, and he would have gotten it if he didn't foul out. Anderson trying to create, trying to bang and body, not going to get the call. Coming back the other and Flynn, coast to coast. In and out. Flynn's such a slasher. Picks up the dribble. Blair trailing. And he'll draw the contact, and Mark Blair will go to line for 2. A lot of upside for number 12, Deron Flynn, Springfield College product. Young player, rookie season. Coaching staff very excited about this young man. He's also on his way to a double-double. Blair has it, knocks down the first. One of 2. We're doing enough just to alter the shot. Stutter step stagger off the glass, and he goes to the line again. So Deron Flynn. He was telling me earlier this week he wants to rest up once he gets back stateside, and never resting up with number 3 Mark Blair, but loves the fact that he's getting a lot of his game on film right now. And having himself a whale of a game too, doing it on both ends of the floor, and we saw that emphatic dunk a couple moments ago, but once he puts it on the floor, so decisive. Blair now drops off. They try to go inside to the big man, and they do. He can't convert again. Lawrence altered that a little bit. 10-point lead, opportunity. Walter 3, that doesn't fall. Anderson has it, loses it. Blair now, opportunity 3-on-1. Titans drop off over the Zhang. Blair to Zhang, counting. Unselfish play. I don't think the Sun Devils needed that 3-point shot, or at least that opportunity the last time on the floor. I think that pass has to go inside. You don't kick it out. 60-48, largest lead sits at 12, 60-48 for the Titans. Under 6 to play, TV timeout, which means we'll step aside. This is Warriors League Thailand 2026. So the work to do for the Sun Devils right now. Gilbert, spin move, floater, count it. Nice take. Zhang now pulls the trigger. That doesn't fall. Lawrence has another rebound. Anderson wants to push, drop off. Zhang wanted to call. It's not going to go his way, but the Titans still have it. MD thought about the three. Gives it back up. They'll skip in and swing it. Blair now. Long skip out. Got her what? Rejected again. That is another block from number 11. You kidding me? Flynn off the mark with the three. Kobe Lawrence, just again, you just can't talk enough about what he does defensively. He is a problem. Already has a double-double. 13 rebounds, 10 points. And going right to the basket with authority, and he's going to draw the contact, and he's going to go right to the line. I think the numbers don't do him justice. Averaging 14 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists for a big man. It's just the defensive, it's the altering the shots. Weak side help, sliding over. You know, understanding when to slide over, making the right defensive play, the right defensive alignment and adjustment. And right now he's got 3 blocks. Oh, by the way, 2 steals, 13 rebounds, and working on his 12th point. 60-52, Blair now. Picks up the dribble. Murray. Step back 3. Off the mark. Sun Devils have it. Down 8. An opportunity to chip away. Number 11. Again, right to the basket. Kobe Lawrence starting to take over this game. 60-54. And another big lead by the Titans. And they find themselves in a dogfight right now. Flynn drawing the contact. He's not going to get the call. Good save, though. Hartnett had it. Gives it back up to Blair. A little out of control. And now the Sun Devils got to run. They've got numbers. McGilbert trailed on the play. Didn't give up. And he cleaned it off. 3-1. So when you have that 3-1 type of fast break, easy position right there for the lay-in, and now it's a 4-point lead. Hartnett off the miss, inside, and Murray got hit going back up. Titans a little out of sync right now offensively, though. And the Sun Devils are doing an excellent job getting out on that fast break. $11 points off turnovers, fast break points 11. The Titans are successful when they go to the basket and they get points in the paint. 36 this afternoon, that's a bad miss. That last possession by the Titans up 4, 60-56. I think they're going to get the travel. I believe that's the right call, and Anderson shuffled his feet, picked up the dribble. The shot selection, I don't think head coach Ramirez likes the shot selection coming back. That's a 3 the other way. Right now the Sun Devils, just a little more energy. McGilbert again, that's his spot, 6 and in. For that double-digit lead, as we saw last 2 weeks right now when the Titans had to come crawling back. think they're very out of sync right now, and they need to settle down. Kobe Lawrence, like a freight train in traffic, drawing the contact, and he's going to go right to the line with an opportunity to knock this contest up. 60-58, Titans up by 2. MD's checking out. Certainly frustrated the last several moments down on the floor. Picked up his 3rd personal foul. Second is good. So we are knotted up at 60 apiece. Excellent run by the Sun Devils. They did not panic when they were down double digits. Number 35 and number 11 trying to will this team to a win. Down the boulevard, coming back the other end. Number 12, Flynn for the Titans. So he stops a little bit of that bleeding. 260, 2:16 to go in the 3rd. Oh, what a scoop shot in traffic. Oh, my goodness. Super Bud. Are you kidding me? How did he get that one to drop? Knotted up again, 62 apiece. Blair picked up the real. Zhang's really been quiet in traffic. Look, they're triple, quadruple team. Flynn trying to create. Good look inside. Excellent dish. They're going to get him on the floor. What's the call? Coming back to the other end, McGilver again. Wasn't sure the call on the opposite end. We'll check. But how about Marquise McGilver right now? 20 points in this game. 8 of 17, probably one of your most efficient shooters from the floor in this tournament. He knocks it home. Sun Devils take the lead 63-62. Zhang's been awfully quiet. Picks up the dribble. Walter on him. Skip it to Flynn. Wants to draw his defenders out. Pulls it back out. Zhang, long 3. The shot just is not dropped. McGilver with the rebound on the long stretch pass in transition, and that drops. Ramirez wants to talk about it. So do the Titans. Timeout on the floor late in the 3rd. Excellent run by the Sun Devils.
โคตรประหลาดเลยเสียงดนตรีติดข้างเดียวไฟติด2 ข้าง
That's a heck of a run right now by the Sun Devils. Never panic. And you see their 2 main studs starting to pick it up. Lawrence and McGilver combined 36 points right now. 13 of 29 from the floor. And they are absolutely cooking and eating. And you're getting some great production from the bench. Supapud with 7 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist. 3 of 6 from the floor. Very efficient. Sun Devils shooting right around 43%. Turnovers are plaguing the Titans right now. Another big lead, and then they lost it. So they've had some lulls. You know, they've won a lot of games in the tournament. Regular run of the tournament, they only lost to Howard, but they also have found themselves either up big, squandering the lead, or falling behind early and then trying to get back in the contest. And they squandered another lead this afternoon. They're led by as many as 12. Murray can't convert. Lawrence with the rebound. You just see a little more energy right now from the Sun Devils. Murray brings it up, drops it off. He'll skip it, MD. Another reverse. Acrobatic, I believe that was Hartnett who got it. I don't know if it was Hartnett or Blair. But they needed that bucket just to kind of quiet things down late in this third quarter. Anderson found a little bit of daylight. Oh, that's a tough shot off the glass. He had Hartnett breathing down his neck. Blair right now in the third quarter is going to come to an end. Shot's not going to count even if it would have fell. 67-64 after 3. Sun Devils up on top. Sun Devils up by 3, 67-64. Big third quarter by Marquise McGilvray. He's got 20 points, 6 rebounds. He's a +6 on the floor. How about Kobe Lawrence? 16 points, 15 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 blocks. So a monster double-double. Anderson with a quiet 9. Scott with 5. Superpile with 7. For the Titans, Blair with 13. Flynn with 14. MD with 11. Murray with 11. Zhang, quiet 9. Hartnett has 13 rebounds. Flynn has 11 rebounds to go along with his 14. Three-point shooting has been an issue for the Titans this afternoon. 4 of 28. And again, foul shots. 8 of 17. They're getting to the line. They're just not knocking them down. All right, we'll see how the final 10 plays out. Don't forget our championship game coming up. The upstart Naga Hunters taking on fully feared BC in their high-octane offense with a bunch of high flowers. You know, the big 3, Hagee, Walker, Rock Johnson. We'll get into that game right after this. Sun Devils moving right to left. White uniforms, Titans in the gray. Sun Devils down double digits. Now lead it by 3. Anderson short on the 3 coming out of the break. Titans have it. See if they try to get Flynn going. I know. Puts it on the floor, and that's his game is predicated going to the bucket and the jailbreak. Lawrence right now. And that's what happened. They didn't get back on defense, and Flynn was pretty much lone man on the island, and he picks up a cheap foul. So transitional defense wasn't there, and it cost them. Sun Devils also doing a really solid job of getting paint with 42. 5-point lead. Zhang, who's been so quiet, can get going, just has not been able to find his shot. Remember, he was quiet last weekend in the semifinal, and then he erupted for 11 points. 11 straight. And he finished with 20 points in that 98-83 loss to Fully Feared. Murray to the line. One of two. Oh, Blair stole. Oh wow, I thought Blair made Kobe Lawrence lost it. Trying to inbound, and I thought Blair maybe stole it, but that wasn't the case. The ball just slipped out of Lawrence's hands. The Gilbert, who's been just on fire of late, drew the contact, didn't get the call, and here comes Flynn and the Titans. Nice drop off to Murray. Excellent look. And the vision. So if the shot's not falling, go right to the basket. Anderson, who's had a couple little moments this afternoon, little shake and bake, trying to create a little stutter stagger stuff. Look at him just slither his way through the lane. Did everything but convert. Donowich loves that reverse, can't convert. That doesn't fall. And the Sun Devils now want to push it up to 69-67. Walter. Anderson has it. Should have been a travel, but it's going to come back with the Titans either way. Euro step, Donowich kick out, Zhang for three. Finally, Zhang counted. Eventually, he's going to knock that clean look. Catch, shoot, rhythm, release, nothing but net for the soft-spoken young player. That's such a monster game last weekend in that loss. Ripped off 11 straight, almost willed the Titans back in that game. Stevens Institute of Tech product 2023. We'll take a look at Sun Devils. Our great crew doing yeoman-like work. Video, camera, stats, photos. The crew has done a phenomenal job. 70-69 under 8 to play in this fourth quarter. This is our third place game. And you might see in this game the MVP of the league, perhaps, in Mark Blair, the defensive player of the 20. And that man with the rock right now, Kobe Lawrence trying to shake and bake Blair. Spin move, one spinner on the floor, high archer. Count it! Oh my goodness, El Único. Kobe Lawrence. That's just not fair. Wow. That was a big-time shot. Just contorting his body. Murray now trying to bang with the hook shot. And again, the presence of Lawrence made Murray just basically hesitate a little bit, staggered his steps. You get the turnover off the travel, and it's 71-70. Sun Devils up by 1. They go inside to the big man, McGilbert. Kobe Lawrence right now banging. Gets another one. 4 quick. Flynn wanted to get the call for a little bit of the push-off old school street ball with the left hand. Flynn down the boulevard trying to draw contact, and he does. And he's got something to say right back to Lawrence. See that stutter stagger right there. And then right down the boulevard with the right hand, little scoop shot. And he lets Kobe Lawrence know about it. And as I say that, this is something that we've talked about during the tournament. The referees do not want players yapping at each other. How many times have we seen this tournament where the game has swung because of a technical? It's been a clean game thus far. And I understand the chirping. I understand the going back and forth, the trash talking. Got to keep it to a minimum. And certainly you can't be, I guess, demonstrative about it. Anderson pulls it back out. They'll skip it. McGilbert flashed, wants it in traffic, picks up his dribble. Got rejected again, working hard. McGilbert running to contact. He's not going to get it. Crashes down to the floor. Here's a jailbreak opportunity coming back the other end with the reverse. That was Murray adding that other dimension. 74-73, Titans up by 1, 6.5 to go. Anderson trying to create, gives it off to Lawrence. Scoop shot. I think he was a little surprised that went in. Picked up his dribble and had really nowhere to go, but still made something out of nothing with Kobe Lawrence. Sun Devils back up by 1. MD has it. Picked up the dribble. That's a bad turnover, miscommunication right now. Sun Devils have an opportunity to push it to 3, or 4 with a 3. But right now they got a little bit of the momentum. Titans are a little unsure of themselves. Anderson pulls out Flynn. Lawrence has it. Picks up his dribble. Good look inside. Cody Lawrence. Oh, what a scoop shot again. And the acrobatic shots we're seeing, especially from Super Pud, he's got 9. Giving a substantial amount of production off the bench for the Sun Devils. Zhang, coffin corner, catch and shoot. Count it, Zhang! Quiet pretty much the whole game, but a couple of big threes in this fourth quarter were knotted up at 77. Walter, step back for the high archer, count that one! Max Walter, oh, that's a good looking shot, contested shot. Dallas Christian College walk-on with a 3. Young man was cut from his high school team, went to Dallas Christian College, and transferred to ACU. He's played in Portugal and El Salvador. The crowd coming out on a Saturday afternoon. (82-77), Sun Devils up by 5. Lawrence and McGilbert combined right now as it stands 45 points. Kobe Lawrence 24 points, 8 of 15 from the floor, 16 rebounds, 13 on the defensive side. Oh, by the way, 3 blocks, 2 steals, 5 assists. And McGilbert 8 of 21 from the floor, banging his body all over the place, crashing to the floor. 7 rebounds to go along with 21 points. Much more balanced distribution for the Titans. Zhang, 15. Blair, 13. With another double-double. Flynn with a double-double, 16 and 13 rebounds. MD with 13. And Murray, great production, 16 and 12. So it's a tightly contested game. It's been a spirited contest right now. 82-77, 4:30 to go. Zhang, we know he can get hot. Gives it back off to Blair. High arcing 3. That's off the mark. Tipped around. Lawrence tried to fight for it. Hartnett with the drop off the Blair off the glass. And it's going to go the other way. Hartnett's going to get called. No, check that. It's going to be Murray. They're going to get him with the offensive foul. And I believe they are. It's going to go the other way. That's the right call. Those are tough calls in the paint, but that's an accurate call. I think for the most part, a pretty clean game this afternoon. 82-77. Sun Devils up by 5. Gotta watch for Anderson too. Walter flashes. Got caught up though. Flynn, kick out, empty, shovel pass to Blair. Got caught up again. Zhang, let's put it on the floor. Drew that double team. Bodies crashing on. Where's it gonna go? It's gonna be a turnover to the Titans or a jump ball. Kobe Lawrence has to watch. Does not want to pick up a technical foul right now. With 3:46 to go in this fourth quarter. So Lawrence is going to go to the line. So Zhang actually got tagged with the unsportsmanlike foul. So they can't convert on the tee, but they keep possession of the ball. And the bucket here puts a little more pressure on the Titans. Get this lead to 7 with 3:30 to go in the fourth. Lawrence wants it. He's got Zhang on him. Those two have been battling. Lawrence blows right by him, picks up the dribble, and he drew the contact again. So Lawrence goes right back to the line. Knocks home the second. So it's a 7-point lead right now for the Sun Devils, 3:28 to go. Zhang, Coffin corner 3, gotta have it. Can't convert it. And that's a smart play by the Sun Devils, pulling it back. Walter, 3. I don't think that's the shot you need though. Up 7. Flynn now. Catch and shoot. So Zhang, all of a sudden a little cold. McGilbra, a little out of control up the glass. Both teams offensively somewhat out of sync right now, a little out of control. And a fortuitous bounce coming back the other way off the glass from Murray. And that's easy laying right there. So now it's a 5-point lead for the Sun Devils, 2:36 to go. Anderson will slow it down a little bit. Anderson wants the ISO, and they pull him right back out. They got to get back on the fence, though. Little lapse right there, and Titans are lucky they didn't allow an easy bucket. So Zhang does have 4 fouls with 2:20. He'll stay on the floor. He's going to have to. I mean, they're extremely thin. Dress 6 tonight. So 1 of 2 for Anderson. So it's a 6-point lead. Obviously, with 2:20 to go, you don't need the 3, but I would see if Blair Flynn, get him to create and try to get to the line immediately. And that's what Blair's trying to do. Tough shot off the glass, and he'll go right back to the line. He drew the contact. Mark Blair has averaged 21 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists in this tourney. Knocks down the free throws, 85-80. They give it right back up. Little lapse defensively. Anderson took advantage, lead back up to 7. 87-80, under 2 to play. Flynn, kick it, bang. Hartnett battling, and Kobe Lawrence comes down with the rebound. I think with $1:28 to go, if I'm the Sun Devils, Anderson's got to bring the ball up the floor. Timeout, 1:27 to go in this fourth. Sun Devils up by 7. All right, $1:27 to go in the fourth. It's a 7-point lead for the Sun Devils. Again, I think the play right now for the Titans, go right to the basket. Flynn, right to the basket, through the contact. And he goes right to the line. More importantly, you stop the clock. Now, flip side to that, if you're a Titans fan, got to knock down your free throws. Again, plus 22 from the line, and they're 10 of 22 overall. So basically, they're getting to the line 20-plus times during this tournament. They just need to do a better job late of knocking them down, and Flynn drops home the first. 1 of 2. 2 of 2. So it's a good job by Flynn. It's a 5-point deficit right now. And you want the ball in Anderson's hands. Let him create. See if they go back inside to McGilbert and or Lawrence. Don't need a 3 here, obviously, up 5. Can milk it a little bit. Anderson, slither, underneath, count it. Averaging right around 7+. Having a nice game this afternoon. And Flynn, acrobatic shot, coming back to the other end. So under a minute to go, see if they press, and they do. Sun Devils break it up 89-84. That might be the icing on the cake. And right around their tournament average of 92 points, Sun Devils lead at 91-84. Flynn underneath again. He'll get to the line. So the Titans not done yet. By the way, I mentioned Anderson. 15 points, 4 rebounds. Tonight, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Very solid game. And the Sun Devils did a heck of a job, just protecting the basketball. So Flynn can't convert. And that might do it for the Titans. 12 of 24 from the line, 6 of 35 from beyond the arc. Just kind of ran out of gas. I think last weekend that loss took a little bit out of them. But they're still an extremely talented team, and they're a very well-coached team. Just dug themselves in a hole in back-to-back weeks against Fully Feared. And then in this one had that double-digit lead, and the Sun Devils scratched and clawed back. And they're well on their way to capturing 3rd place in this tournament. Let's see if they just run it out. And McGilbert, a little housekeeping off the glass for the final bucket. Clock continues to tick down. And that'll do it. So I know it's a disappointing loss for the Titans to close it out, but that's a nice win by the Sun Devils. They were down in this one double digits, and they showed some serious heart and character, and they fought back and they fought back. We'll give you some final stats before we get set for our championship game. But again, the final, Sun Devils 95, Titans 84 in this 3rd place game. I just thought the difference when the Sun Devils were making their run, they decided to just feed their 2 best players, Kobe Lawrence and Marquise McGilbert, who had monster games. Lawrence, 28 points, 18 rebounds, 5 assists, just 2 turnovers, 3 steals, and 4 blocks. You kidding me? And how about McGilbert? 25 points, 10 of 25 from the floor, 11 rebounds, 6 on the defensive end. But I think what goes unnoticed, you know, just a diving for loose balls, to just back tapping, tipping around. Scott, 5 points. Anderson, a quiet 16 points. Walter with 10. And then for the Titans, Zhang, 15, struggled, 6 of 24 from the floor. Blair had 14 points, 11 rebounds, double-double. Flynn, 20 points, 14 rebounds, a double-double. Murray, 18 points, 14 rebounds, a double-double. Biggest lead for the Titans, 12. Bench points, 18. Fast break points, 31. Second chance points, 28. Points in the paint, 50. Points from turnovers, 17. For the Sun Devils, PFT points from turnovers, 20. Points in the paint, 54. Second chance points, 14. Fast break points, 23. Bench, 11. Biggest lead, 11. Biggest run was a 12-0 spurt. And you saw it in the third. Bridged in the fourth, and they pulled away for the 95-84 win. So a great run from the Titans and an excellent run from the Sun Devils, who earned 3rd place, Warriors League, Thailand 2026. Championship games coming up next. Naga Hunters taking on Fully Feared BC. We'll have it in about 10 minutes. Back inside the Kazasat University, Bangkok, Thailand. This is Warriors League Thailand 2026.
ดังปะ
And we are getting set for our championship game between the upstart Naga Hunters taking on the very athletic, the high-flying squad of Fully Feared BC. Rich Quinones here on the call. Hope you enjoyed our third-place game. Saw Sun Devils over the Titans 95-84.